Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, believes that eating bugs, living in a pond, and owning nothing will make you happy. Schwab believes that he has the ability to create the perfect world and that he is far superior to everyone else, and that this allows him to shape and design how society should function. This includes what you can do, think, eat, and everything else from your body autonomy to actually implanting technology into you. Nobody ever elected him, and no one ever voted for him. However, in many cases, the will of the WEF will become the policies of your government, such as his ability to influence governments all over the world. In this video, we are going to be talking about the controversial figure, the founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab. Hero or villain? Like many well-known frontmen for elite-sponsored agendas, Schwab's online record has been thoroughly removed, making it challenging to find information on his early history as well as information on his family. Perhaps this is why so many people have refused to trust Mr. Schwab and his motives, because so little is known about the man's history and background prior to the World Economic Forum's founding in the early 1970s. In 1938, Klaus Schwab was born in Ravensburg, Germany, to Swiss parents. His family was monitored by the Gestapo, and his mother was once arrested for speaking the Swiss-German dialect. His father was a businessman who went over the border to Switzerland, leaving him and his mother alone in war-torn Germany. Schwab began his career as a professor in Switzerland. In fact, he was the youngest professor in the country. He taught business and economics policy to students from 1972 until 2003. Since 1971, Schwab has been married to Hilda Schwab, a former assistant of his. The Schwabs have two adult children, Nicole and Olivier. Nicole Schwab is one of the co-founders of the Gender Equality Project. In the pre-war years of the 1930s, Hitler's Nazi Party awarded the Escher-Wyss-Ravensburg branch the title of National Socialist Model Company, while Schwab's father, Eugene, was at the helm. Eugene Schwab managed the Escher-Wyss, the National Socialist Model Company, which produced significant weapons of war as well as basic armaments. They also produced parts for German fighter planes. They were also directly involved in much darker projects that were being worked on behind the scenes, and that, if succeeded, might have altered the outcome of World War II. The article then follows Schwab's father as he leads a firm in Ravensburg with ties to the Nazi atomic bomb project. Back in Ravensburg, at the Escher-Wyss factory, Schwab's father was also allegedly involved in putting forced laborers to work at his model Nazi company. This, of course, does not implicate Klaus Schwab in any of these practices, nor does it imply sympathy for the practice or the ideology behind it. It does, however, raise a yellow flag of caution. Growing up in a fascist Germany has influenced his worldview. Perhaps the young Klaus admired Hitler's ambitions for world domination, since Mr. Schwab's organization, the World Economic Forum, has global governance ambitions. Hitler was convinced that his Third Reich would last for 1,000 years. Instead, it came crashing down, destroying Germany while Adolf Hitler committed suicide April 30th, 1945, a mere 7 years later. Klaus Schwab's World Economic Forum, with all its influential members, is our modern-day Third Reich. Fast facts. Klaus Schwab is 84 years old. In 1971, Klaus Schwab founded the European Management Forum, later known as the World Economic Forum. Over the past few years, his name has gained enormous popularity on social media due to his potential plans to take over the world, as some would say. The forum member community includes around 390 companies from over 60 countries. The World Economic Forum is an independent international organization dedicated to improving the state of the world by bringing together business, political, academic, and other leaders from all walks of life to shape global, regional, and industry agendas. The World Economic Forum's mission is based on stakeholder theory. The World Economic Forum's annual meeting in Davos, Switzerland, Usually attracts around 2,500 people from more than 100 countries. The WEF is funded by its own membership, which includes industry leaders and individuals from all walks of life. Klaus Schwab has a net worth of $2.7 billion. After all, he founded the World Economic Forum, whose membership is typically open to billionaires. It would make sense that the founder himself is a billionaire, would it not? This is an unelected man with enormous power over our governments. A man obsessed with control, whether it be designer babies, where the genome within viable embryos can be manipulated. Fourth Industrial Revolution and Internet of Bodies, transhumanism and social credit systems, abolishing property ownership, depopulation, replacing meat with bugs, social emotional learning, indoctrinating children into Marxists, and stakeholder capitalism, a managerial coup of shareholders. The Great Reset Agenda. There has been considerable discussion about the World Economic Forum's Great Reset Initiative. Klaus Schwab wrote numerous books, the most recent of which was published in 2020 under the title COVID-19, The Great Reset. It calls for fairer outcomes and a rethinking of global investment and government expenditure in order to revive the world's economy in light of the catastrophic economic effects of the pandemic. Conspiracy theorists believe this initiative is in fact a plot to destroy capitalism and enact a one-world government and enforce radical social change under the cover of COVID-19. But it wouldn't have been possible to contemplate materializing such an all-encompassing plan for a new world order without a global crisis, be it manufactured or of unfortunate happenstance. Brazil's foreign minister rejected the WEF Great Reset Agenda, who also stated during the UN special session on COVID-19 that people who oppose freedom constantly try to take advantage of times of crisis to preach the curtailing of freedom. Let us not fall into that trap. Several conspiracy theorists have targeted Schwab, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic. Conspiracy number 1. According to Twitter and Reddit users, Schwab's father, Eugene Schwab, was an intimate confidant of Germany's World War II leader. On the left, you can see the founder of the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab. On the right, his father, intimate confidant of Hitler, the industrialist and fascist Eugene Schwab in uniform. Conspiracy number 2. A fabricated post claims that Klaus Schwab, the World Economic Forum founder, is related to the Rothschild family, the richest family in the world during the 19th century. And back then, members of the Rothschild family have been involved with the Freemasons. It seems like the theory that this father was a close confidant of Hitler also appears to be part of the same misinformation narratives. According to the little available information, the picture shared online is actually of the Nazi general, Walter Dubilaz, not Eugene Schwab. Now, dear watchers, what's your opinion of the controversy regarding Klaus Schwab and the Great Reset Initiative? Waiting for your answers in the comments below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.